Hello, this is Dr. Rinarani Ray. Today I'll be discussing on bacterial staining, that is, coloring the bacterial cell. So what is staining? Staining is a technique where specimens are stained with specific dyes to create contrast between the specimen and its background. This is done for the visualization, localization, identification and subsequent characterization of the specimen. So, before staining, the bacterial cells will look like this, which after staining will take the appearance of this type. In the natural state, most of the cells and microorganisms that we observe under the microscope lack color and contrast. This makes it difficult, if not impossible, to detect important cellular structures and their distinguishing characteristics without artificially treating the specimens. Several different types of staining procedure are known today, which are used to study morphological features of microorganisms and their parts. First of all, we will discuss on simple or monochrome staining. Mono means single, so it's a method of staining in which bacteria are stained by using a single stain. Simple staining is also called as monochrome staining or positive staining. Example of such simple stains are methylene blue, safranine, malachite green, basic fuchsine, crystal violet, etc. Regarding the mechanism of staining, the surface of most bacterial cells and cytoplasm is negatively charged. Any basic dye such as methylene blue, safranine or crystal violet can be used to color the bacterial cells, and they will readily give off a hydroxyl ion or accept a hydrogen ion, which leaves the stain positively charged. So we can see here the negative charge on the surface of the bacterial cell and the positive charges of the crystal violet or methylene blue stain. These positively charged stains adhere readily to the cell surface, and after staining, bacterial cell morphology, that is the shape and arrangement, can be seen. Now we can see the methylene blue stained bacteria and the safranine stained bacteria against a non-stained background. On the contrast, negative or relief staining is a staining where the bacteria itself, they do not take the color, only the background is stained. So negative staining requires the use of an acidic stain such as India ink or nigrosin. Bacteria have negative charges on surface, we know. The acidic stain with its negatively charged chromogen, that is a coloring agent, cannot penetrate the cells due to the repulsion from bacteria. Therefore, the unstained cells are easily discernible against the colored background like night sky. So, process of negative stainings are like that. To place a small drop of nigrosin close to one end of a clean slide. Then place a loopful of inoculum from the bacterial culture in the drop of nigrosin and mix well. Place a slide against the drop of suspended organism at a 45-degree angle and allow the drop to spread along the edge of the applied slide. Now push the slide away from the drop of suspended organism to form a thin smear. Air dry it, but never heat dry. Examine the slides under oil immersion microscope. The practical applications of negative staining are twofold. Firstly, since heat fixation is not required and the cells are not subjected to the distorting effects of chemicals and heat, their natural size and shape can be seen. Secondly, it is possible to observe bacteria which are difficult to stain, like spirilla. They can be visible after negative staining. Now we are coming to the Gram staining procedure. It is used to differentiate bacteria by the chemical and physical properties of their cell walls. Danish bacteriologist Hans Christian Gram developed the technique in the year 1884. Crystal violet or gentian violet is a triaryl methane dye which is used as a histological stain and in Gram's method of classifying bacteria. The structure and color of crystal violet depend on pH, making it a valuable acid-base indicator as well as an excellent dye. Regarding the mechanism of Gram staining, the heat fixation kills some bacteria but is mostly used to affix the bacteria to the slide so that they don't rinse out during the staining procedure. On the fixed smear of the bacteria, application of crystal violet, that is the primary stain, should be done, which should be followed by the addition of iodide, that is a mordant, which binds to crystal violet and traps it in the cell. Then rapid decolorization with ethanol or acetone. Here, ethanol or acetone is known as a decolorizer. And fourthly, counter-staining should be done with safranin, which is known as a secondary stain. So, the four reagents are crystal violet solution, followed by Gram's iodine solution, then 95% ethyl alcohol or acetone, and finally, safranin solution as a counter stain. The major structural form of crystal violet is a monovalent cation, is abbreviated as Cv+. It is a predominant form of crystal violet in the solid state and in aqueous solution across a broad range of pH values from pH 1 to 13. In aqueous solution, crystal violet dissociates into ions of Cv+ and Cv-. These ions penetrate the walls of both Gram-positive and Gram-negative cells. Crystal violet plus will interact with the negatively charged components of the bacterial cells and take up the purple coloration. On adding iodine, that is a mordant, iodine cations I- or I3- interact with Cv+, which results in the formation of larger complexes of Cvi within the cytoplasm and the outer layers of the cell. On adding the decolorizing agent, that is ethanol, it interacts with the membrane lipids of both the Gram-positive and Gram-negative bacteria. In Gram-positive bacteria, due to the presence of higher peptidoglycan content, after alcohol treatment, the porosity of the cell wall increases. Hence, the Cvi complex, that is a crystal violet iodine complex, can pass through easily. In contrast, Gram-negative bacteria have only a few layers of peptidoglycan and a secondary cell membrane made primarily of lipopolysaccharides. For the Gram-negative cells, then, ethanol causes the walls to be leaky and hence they cannot hold the large complexes of Cvi during decolorization. So after counter-staining by safranin, Gram-negative bacteria appear red or pink. Here, the Gram-positive bacteria have a thick mesh-like cell wall made of peptidoglycan, that is 50 to 90% of cell envelope, and as a result, the cell wall are stained purple or crystal violet. Whereas in Gram-negative bacteria, it has a thinner layer, that is 10% of cell envelope, so do not retain the purple stain and are counter-stained pink by safranin. So this is about the primary type of bacterial cell staining. In the next video, we will again talk about the next part of the cell staining mechanism, bacterial cell staining mechanism. So, thank you for your patient hearing.